Here's a driver who's walking towards me. And now, Toby Gale. Firstly, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Excellent. Last weekend, racing out in Marienburg?
Yes.
This weekend, PFI?
Yeah.
Which one do you prefer? Go on, honest opinion.
I honestly prefer Mavenberg.
No. Okay. Interview cut short. No. PFI, mate. You're at PFI right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. How's your day been so far, mate?
My day has not gone that well, but for my behalf, I've not been driving that well. But the more we've driven, the more we've progressed as a team. I would also like to thank my mechanic over here. He's helped me a lot.
What's his name?
Henry.
There we go.
Yeah.
So he's done a good job then?
A great job.
Brilliant. There you go. Well, cheers, Henry. Enjoy your sandwich. Cheers, Tobes. Enjoy your evening. Thank you very much for chatting to us.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. One race to go. The final race of the day here at PF International, the opening round of the 2023 Wera Tools Motorsport UK British Kart Championship. It is the biggest field of the day. It is Junior X30. Pole position, Macaulay Bishop for Dan Holland Racing, Fred Green for Jamie Green Racing on the outside of row number 1. Ewan Charman for Argenti Motorsport and Taylor Orridge for the Croc Promotion team on row 2. Kenzo Craigie for Argenti Motorsport and Lewis Bird for Croc Promotion start on row number 3. Zach Green and Harry Bartle are on row 4. Oliver Stilp and Harrison Mackey go from row number 5. Cian Geraghty and Lewis Islin share row number 6. On row 7 we have Thomas Min Spearing and Riley Cranham with Rocco Shenton and Eden Spanswick on row number 8. David McIntyre and Hardy Mamasi share row number 9. The top 20 rounded up by Samuel Branston and Toby Gale. George Quartermain and Austin Gale share row 11. Ollie Rands and Joseph Smith on row number 12. Isaac Phelps and Jensen Graham start from row 13. Henry Carter and Flynn McDermott on row 14. Alexander Savinkov and Monde Junior Canini on row number 15. Row 16, Morgan Moore and Freddie Lloyd. Tristan Powell and Cathal Clark round out the starting lineup. Although I'm not sure if Cathal Clark has gone out. I think we might be down to 33 drivers. Lots of good luck messages from Macaulay Bishop from Kitty watching back home. She would be here, but the motorhome failed its MOT, I'm told, so she's stuck home watching the Alpha Live YouTube channel. But don't worry, Mason is busy mechanicking for Macaulay and making sure that Ian, Macaulay's dad, isn't getting up to any mischief. Macaulay, meanwhile, is doing the business out on track. 33 drivers, 15 minutes. This is the finale to the opening weekend of the British Karting Championship of 2023. It's Dan Holland Racing versus Jamie Green Racing on the front row of the grid. Lights are out. We're off and racing here at PF International into turn number 1. It's a great start for Macaulay Bishop. Now, hold your breath. 33 karts go under the bridge. 33 karts emerge, all facing the right way. It is Fred Green up in a second and Ewan Charman. The Charmander has made an excellent start to maintain third. Oh, a couple of karts coming together. Rocco Shenton is amongst them. Hardy Mamasi for Evolve Motorsport, I think, might be one of the others. Just coming off the bridge there. They both dropped down towards the rear of the field. It wasn't Hardy Mamasi. It was one of the other Evolve Motorsport karts. Oh, actually, it possibly was Hardy Mamasi. So 2 potential podium finishers already dropping to the back, but critically both still in the race, and neither of them they've lost positions, but they've not been dropped by the rest of the field. Alexander Savinkov, the Ukrainian driver for Argenti Motorsport there, a little bit slow away as well. He has dropped down to the back of the field. But at the end of lap number 1, it's driver number 4, Dan Holland Racing's Macaulay Bishop leading the way as the rest of the field stream across the start-finish line to complete the opening lap. Well, Anthony, Macaulay Bishop leads at the moment. I have a feeling, though, it's not going to stay that way for very much longer.
Well, it's not been that way for the entirety of the weekend, really, has it? It's been chopping and changing all the way throughout. We've had different race winners. He did take a heat win during the weekend so far as a change for second place. As Fred Green goes through, Taylor Orridge trying to get through, failing to do so, stays there in P4. Ewan Charman down into third place now. All of them running slightly wide there, using all the track available to them. And again, just keeping an eye on it. Now, the gap is 0.2 of a second. If nothing happens, once again, and they start working together, that gap will 100% close down as Riley Cranham, the number 18, receiving a 5-second time penalty so early on in the race. I suspect start infringement.
Yep, that would be out of the tram lines before they got to the start signal. But Bishop, Green, then the first year Gently Kart's Charman. Oh, there's a move. Fred Green surprising Macaulay Bishop. He didn't want to hang about. He made his move at a place where perhaps Macaulay Bishop wasn't expecting it. And now Macaulay Bishop has been shuffled back not to second, not to third, not to fourth, but all the way back to fifth position.
Yeah, and there you can see Taylor Orridge on the full defensive there, going into hairpin 2 to keep Bishop behind, and has successfully done just that. Lewis Bird, though, with the fastest lap of the race in the Kart promotion. Currently see him in the back of shot just there, trying to get through. But down in P6 at the moment as they all now try to negotiate their way through. It was Lewis Bird who was defending from Macaulay Bishop. So across the line they go. Then you can see here, look at that, Fred Green, fastest lap of the race as well on that one. Had the momentum all the way, oh sorry, Zach Green with the fastest lap of the race now. I got confused, but Zach Green all the way down the field actually. Where's Zach Green? He is currently, oh no, it's Freddie Lloyd now with the fastest lap of the race. So 3 different fastest laps on that one lap and a change for the lead.
Speaking of different, Anthony, we've now got a different Kart leading this train as Charman goes past Green with Orridge in third. Bishop fourth, then Bird, Stilp, Oliver Stilp, Kenzo Craig, Cian Garrity, Harry Bartle and Harrison Mackie are top 10. Zach Green running at 11th. Then it's Islin, Spanswick, Cranham, Minspearing, Austin Gale. Don't forget we've got Austin and Toby Gale all the way from Thailand. Here racing for the first time in the UK. Austin Gale up into 16th position. Monday Junior Canini, after that terrible accident at the end of the pre-final, has already gained a lot of ground, 13 places. He's up into 17th position. And Freddie Lloyd, the biggest mover in the field, he is up 14 places to 18th spot.
Yes, indeed. So 10 minutes to go, or 11 minutes to go, plus that one lap. Zach Green again, fastest lap of the race, just showing that the pace is all the way throughout this field. Over the bridge they go, down the hill, and again, are we going to see any lunges down in towards hairpin number 1 this time? Yes, we are, from Taylor Orridge, and immediately following is Macaulay Bishop, eyeing an opportunity to gain a position, and he does so. Fred Green now down into P4, and Bishop down the inside at hairpin 2 goes podding side by side with Orridge. Orridge checks over the shoulder, and Bishop gains the corner, and Fred Green follows, chopping and changing all the way throughout. Now the rest of the field is close in once again.
Look at that trio of mad karts. The number 66 of Orridge, the number 24 of Bird, the 43 of Oliver Stilp, all circulating in the waters behind the top 3, Charman, Bishop and Fred Green. It's now Lewis Islin who sets the fastest lap of the race. On to the banking we go with 10 minutes remaining. We start lap number 6 already. And Fred Green passes Bishop for second, and that was Orridge having a little nibble at the inside of Bishop. Bishop shakes his head. Well, I've got to say, Macaulay, you were a little bit forceful when you were passing Orridge a lap ago, and Taylor is simply returning the favour with interest. Oh, and we got 2 Crocs snapping their teeth together there, and one of them make it to the grass. Oh, there's going to be an awful lot of new contenders battling the race lead up. Over the curb goes one of the Croc carts. That was Harry Bartle now joining the party.
Yes, it is indeed, and he's actually managed to squeeze his way through, the same as the rest of the field just behind there. Zach Green getting involved in this one as well. Kenzo Craig is in there, Cian Garrity's in there, Harrison Mackie's in there as well. So there's big changes all the way throughout this field, but crucially, a breakaway though. The top 2, Charman leads from Green, still comfortably from Orridge, Bishop, Bird, Bartle, Mackie, Craigie, Garrity and Stilp, Oliver Stilp, in P10. The top 10 separated by 3.4 seconds.
And you have the feel. Well, you have the feeling that gap is going to close, but all depends on, well, the more that these drivers continue battling for the lower positions in the top dozen. That's Kenzo Craigie in kart number 44, elbowing one of the karts aside. I think that was Oliver Stilp in the number 43 kart, just getting sort of shuffled wide onto the grass blocks. They're all battling, and that is allowing Charman and Green to pull away ever so slightly. Here comes another move from an Argenti kart. That is the number 76 of Thomas Min-Spearing.
Oh, and round he goes.
Oh, I was to say, Thomas Min-Spearing was making a move there. Oh, no, that was Min-Spearing, getting sort of interlocked with one of the many Croc Promotions karts in this race.
Yeah, Oliver Stilp.
Oliver Stilp going down. So, again, rookie driver Oliver Stilp, and drops to 24th position. Somehow, we've got all 33 drivers that started this race still running, Anthony. Cathal Clark didn't go out.
Right, so, well, let's collect our thoughts now. 7.5 minutes to go, and Charman still leads 0.3 of a second from Fred Green. Another 0.2 further down is Bishop, who's back up into third place now with that fastest lap of the race. Orridge still there in fourth from Bird and Bartle. Mackie now into seventh place. There's a warning going out to Oliver Stilp.
Well, that was for getting entangled with Thomas Min-Spearing at the Mike Wilson complex a lap ago. Here we go, side by side, just in front of this group. Was that...
that looked like Fred Green trying to go for the move there for the race lead.
It was. And now Fred Green does make the move. And look at Bishop trying to tuck into second place to capitalise on Fred Green. Does the work, opens the door. Macaulay Bishop nips through like an uninvited guest at the house party.
Yes, indeed. Gets it done. Now checks over the shoulder just to make sure. Dives to the inside straight away, using that momentum. Not losing any of it. And look at that. Fred Green down from first to fourth in the space of one corner. Now again, chops and changes, fights back for third place, gets back down the inside of Taylor Orridge. Keep an eye, though, as Lewis Bird is trying to now close in on this group. Still 6.5 minutes left of this race, and they're all leaving it to the final race of the day, aren't they? The group behind as well, though, Bartle, Mackie, Isling, Geraghty, Green, Kenzo Craigie, Monday Junior Canini as well, all in that group wanting to close in, and they will close in if they keep scrapping like this.
You know, Anthony, we've said a couple of times that when PFI holds the last round of the British Championship, it's the best racing we see all year because people are putting it all on the line for a British Championship. Sometimes when you see PFI hosting the opening round of the British Championship, it can be a little bit more sedate because drivers are thinking long term. They're thinking, oh, well, you know what? If I don't win this round, I want to just make sure I come second or third. I'm not going to risk it all because that means that my championship starts on the back foot. It has not been like that today.
No.
Every single driver in every class has gone absolute hell for leather in their bid, and you know, it's a testament. Okay, we've had a couple of incidents and accidents, and I want to touch all forms of wood now, just to make sure, because we've still got 5 minutes to go, but we've had the majority of the drivers have come on. We had a couple of accidents, but everyone's brought them home safely, the majority of it.
Yes, yeah, exactly that. So keep an eye on it now. That gap's opened up a little bit here now. Bishop, gap of 0.4 of a second as Charman back down the inside. Green fights back. Now Charman under pressure from Bird. Bird still there in P4. Orridge in P5, and now the communication here, he was saying, no, work with me, and Charman was like, no, work with me.
Not. Now, Dan Holland Racing, normally Dan Holland Racing has got the line. Oh, sorry, there we go, that was a lunge.
No, this is not what they want to do now, because look at that gap, it's just increasing. Bishop's just going to drive away with this one. There's 4.5 minutes left. They've got to be careful here. They've got to start working together. Stop squabbling.
Yep. Bishop is waving bye-bye because they've only got 2 drivers here in the whole paddock. Normally they've got about 157 in like a 4-mile-long awning out in the paddock. Only 2 drivers they're working out. What are the garages here at PFI? Marcus Lutzio's already been on the podium. Can Macaulay Bishop go in better and take a win? At the moment, with 4 minutes to go, the rest of the Junior X30 field are gifting. they're wrapping it up in shiny paper and presenting the win to Macaulay Bishop, because as they squabble over second, Bishop checks over his shoulder, head down, wagons roll.
Indeed, and again, more changes here. Taylor Orridge back down the inside, and now everyone gets involved. Bartle gets through as well. Now Mackie, Islin, Garrity and Green are all involved in this battle. Zach Green, of course, Fred Green still there. Up the further order and round, and there's Kart's
three of them. Oh my word, some evasive action there. Wow, that was Lewis Islin in the red and white Birrell ART kart, just turning around one of the fusion karts. It's the number 10 kart of Zach Green involved, and another driver with the nose cone off the kart, driver in a little bit of a discomfort. It's Harry Bartle. Bartle sat in the kart. I'm watching now on the screen. He is getting up and out of the kart and walking away. I think obviously it's maybe a tweak the wrist or something like that, but more upset than anything else. Once again, the marshals and the race directors on the scene very quickly. We have got 2 3/4 minutes to go. That has separated the field quite a bit. We've now got Bishop leading by 3/4 of a second over Fred Green. Lewis Bird in third. Orridge is fourth. There he is, Orridge in kart number 66. Now we've got Ewan Charman in fifth. Harrison Mackie is sixth. Cian Geraghty for the MDL Motorsport team is in seventh. Then, from the back of the grid, Mondi Junior Canini up into 8th place. Kenzo Craigie is 9th, and Riley Cranham rounding out the top 10. Jensen Graham, Austin Gale, Freddie Lloyd, Hardy Mamasi, and Joseph Smith are next.
Still big movers as well, further down as well, as including those. Morgan Moore's up 13 places into P18. Tristan Powell also up into P23rd.
And that was Lewis Bird passing Fred Green for second place.
Fred Green fights back though. Sorry, Henry, and nearly collecting each other on the bridge. And look, checks over the shoulder, be like,
"What are you doing?
Let's not do that again. Let's work together now."
I mean, every driver, once they made the move, then they want to work together.
Yeah.
They're not quite as happy working together when they're the driver you're behind, following. Strange that.
Funny that, yeah.
Yeah, almost the teenagers for you.
Oh dear.
Always contrary. And Macaulay Bishop, meanwhile, there's a great move again from Fred. Well, the chance for the win, I think, is gone. We've got still a minute to go. Bishop is away and cruising. Orridge has timed it really well into second place. The fight is now on for that final podium position. Jamie Green Racing have already had one podium with Will Green in Water Swift. Now they're looking for their second podium with Fred Green in Junior X30.
Yes, indeed. So, like we're saying, we see this so often, and again as those two scrap away for third place, it's bringing everyone back into it. Ewan Charman's coming back into the play now as he goes down the inside. There's Mackie though, contact between the two of them, and Charman goes wide. Mackie goes through at hairpin 1.
Harrison Mackie, he's got his older brother Lewis mechanicking for him in the Fusion Motorsport team. I asked Lewis to make it, he goes, "Is he listening to you?" And Lewis looked at me and goes, "Sometimes." Not quite sure that was part of the plan. He's gained a position at the moment, but he's now got a very riled up Lewis Bird, Cian Geraghty and Ewan Charman right behind him as Harrison Mackie moves into P4. Cranham 8th, Canini 9th, Kenzo Craigie rounding out to the top 10 as we cross the line now. Orridge 1.08 seconds as the clock, Anthony, strikes 0.
Yes, it has. So that gap now has actually come down. Taylor Orridge has closed it by a whisker. It is still 1 second, so it's gonna take Bishop just needs to cruise here.
Yeah, but the only person that can beat Macaulay Bishop now is Macaulay Bishop, I have to say. Because if Macaulay checks over his shoulder, he will see that he doesn't need to defend. And we haven't seen him look over his shoulder, but then again, the camera hasn't been following him exclusively, so he may have missed it. But Bishop will be well aware. Situational awareness is perfect with Macaulay Bishop. So he will know, I don't need to defend. I don't need to slow myself down. Just run my normal racing line. Orridge will not catch me because he will see the last lap board go out now. He checks over to, there was the glance we saw. He knows that he doesn't have to defend. Orridge is not going to get within striking distance. It's going to be close. Orridge is really pushing it, and Fred Green hanging on to a place on the podium, Anthony.
Yes, he really is. Let's keep an eye on that gap as they go through. Eyes still on the battle, though. Further back, Fred Green holding on to third place. You can see there, Mackie furious with Charman as they're still scrapping for position. Mackie to the outside here through hairpin 1. Can't hold the position. Now Taylor Orridge, Lewis Bird goes down the inside there. Taylor Orridge still in second place and closing in. The gap still for, and there's a look over his shoulder. That's closed in quite dramatically.
Did I speak too soon? Orridge is throwing everything bar the kitchen sink of Macaulay Bishop. Are we going to see a last corner lunge? Is Orridge close enough? The answer is no, not quite close enough. Macaulay Bishop for Dan Holland Racing comes out of the final corner and takes the win in Junior X30. Taylor Orridge a fine second place, and it's yet another podium for Fred Green and the Jamie Green racing team. This has been their best ever day in the British Championship, and I think Uncle Tyrone, one of the Uncle Tyrone clan, Henry Gregory, has been doing a bit of driver coaching in there for them as well. That is their best day in the British Championship so far. Lewis Bird into P4. Cian Geraghty rounds out the top 5 for Mark and Dave Litchfield, with Harrison Mackie for Fusion Motorsport 6th. Then the Argenti Motorsport team, then Ewan Charman. Fast Freddie Lloyd gains 24 places to go from 32nd to 8th. What a drive for Freddie Lloyd. 9th is Kenzo Craigie. Mondi Junior Canini from 30th to 10th. Another storming